What's going on, you guys? Josh here, also known as Harry Tornado. We have 21 items going out that we sold on eBay over the weekend. So I'm going to get all those pulled, packed, and shipped out. And although I sold 9 fewer items this weekend than I did last weekend, the holiday weekend, I actually made more money this weekend. So I'm excited to share with you the small changes that I'm trying to make in my business to increase my profitability. I think you guys will enjoy that. And also, full disclosure for you guys, you're not going to see any mid-roll ads in this video today because today's video is sponsored by Scotch Flex and Seal. Instead of giving you guys those random YouTube ads every 5 or 6 minutes or so, I'm just going to be incorporating the Scotch Flex and Seal into my normal daily routine and telling you guys some reasons why I think the product is pretty cool. All right, you guys, so the very first item we have going out today is this pair of shorts. I think this is, yeah, these are some Jerry, G-E-R-R, ow, I tripped over that thing. These are Jerry cargo shorts. You see them right there. I picked these up at the bins probably 2 months ago. They've been listed for about 30, 40 days or so, and they sold for $20 with free shipping. So I paid maybe $1.50 or so for these. So making some pretty decent profit on a pair of shorts. Next up is a shoe sale. I think these are the ones right here. These are some New Balance, what are they called? New Balance Fresh Foam 1080s, and these sold for $39 plus shipping, so really great shoe sale there. The next item is this pair of Nike golf shoes, Nike men's golf shoes. I picked these up at Goodwill probably like a month or so ago. They were in a thrifting video. I picked these up for $6.50, and they sold for $22 with the buyer paying shipping. Next up is this pair of Mephisto women's walking shoes. Mephisto is a great brand to be on the lookout for. These were just in a little rough condition. They don't have insoles. They're kind of old. Like I feel like the rubber is starting to harden a little bit, but Mephisto is still a great brand to be on the lookout for. If you can get these like new or in excellent condition, they can sell for over $100. But this pair being in the condition that they were currently in, these sold for $20 plus shipping, and I paid $6.50 for these. This next sale is this women's Masters hat. It fell out of this box, but it's a really cool Masters like teal women's hat with some breathability holes in the rear. Again, excellent condition. I paid $1 for this at Goodwill, and this actually sold to a viewer named Matt for his wife, and he paid $19.58 plus shipping. He did send me a best offer on that. Matt, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I hope your wife enjoys the hat. This next sale is this CC Filson hunting hat. I only paid 50 cents for this, which if you're unaware of CC Filson is a great brand. It says Filson right there. On the inside, it'll say genuine Filson garment. These hats, honestly, the bigger the Filson, the more they sell for typically. Since this was kind of an older style like trucker hat and it had a little Filson on it, it only sold for $18 plus shipping, but that's still pretty good for a used hat. So definitely be on the lookout for CC Filson hats, shirts, jackets, just an outdoor wear company. Next sale is this pair of Brooks running shoes. These are nice bright pink Brooks Transcend running shoes. In pretty good condition, a little bit of wear on the forefront or whatever you call that part of the shoe, but overall pretty good condition. And these sold to a viewer named Julia. So Julia, thank you so much. She paid $21 plus shipping for these. Julia, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Sold another Save the World Berry and Onion t-shirt to a viewer named Scott. These are print on demand, which means that when somebody buys them from my store, I don't actually have them here. The company just prints that one shirt and sends it to the buyer for me. So I don't have to actually ship it out myself, but I still want to thank Scott for his purchase. I appreciate the support, man. The next sale, which I am super excited to finally sell this stuff. This is all 6 seasons of Xena Warrior Princess on VHS tape. I do not know why I bought this. I spent $35 on this at Salvation Army like 10 months ago. It was a terrible buy. I finally listed it like 2 weeks ago, and it sold for $30 plus shipping. So it's going to be heavy. It's going to be hard to box up, but it is going media mail because it's a VHS tape with content on it. So I think the buyer was all in like 50 bucks or so, like $30 plus about $20 shipping. But again, just really happy to be finally getting out all these tapes. They're taking up a whole shelf over here. This next item has not been put up yet. It's this Easton Black Magic Series baseball glove. and this sold for $18 plus shipping, and I think I paid $1.92 for this at Goodwill. So pretty good flip. 'Tis the season to sell sporting goods. So if you have baseball gloves or any kind of sporting equipment unlisted, you got to get that stuff listed because this is the time of year when it all sells. This next item sold is this Scotty Cameron head cover. Scotty Cameron is a great brand of putter to be on the lookout for. They can retail as high as $500 or $600, and some of the head covers, depending on the models and the graphics on them, can sell as high as $200 or $300 by themselves. This was a pretty basic model, and it had a couple flaws on it. I got this at the bins probably 2 months ago, so I paid maybe 25 cents for it, and it sold for $29 with free shipping. It'll probably cost about $3 to ship that out. So really great sale here on really just a fancy sock. Next sale is one of my Panasonic bathroom fans. These are the fan I have on consignment. So I just have these, I've got, you see that 4 of them, 2 back there and 2 right here. And when one of these sells, all I do is literally print off a label and ship it in this box. It takes 0 work. And the commission split on this is 75-25. So this sold for $100 plus shipping. So after fees, I will probably make like, 20 bucks or so. But 20 bucks for literally slapping a label on this and sitting it on my front porch is okay with me. Next sale is a Harley Davidson visor. I think that's it, yeah. This is a Harley Davidson women's visor. I paid 50 cents for this at Goodwill. It's been listed for a while though, maybe like 6 months or so, but it finally sold for $12 plus shipping. Next up is this pair of Brooks women's running shoes. These are the GTS 16. Paid $6.50 for these, and they sold for $25 plus shipping. Next up is this pair of Ecco men's spikeless golf shoes. These are extra wide, which is a good size, and they also don't have like screw-in spikes. They just have little plastic nubbies on the bottom. I paid $6.50 for these. I think these were found in a Thrifting Somewhere Else video, maybe my first one in Spartanburg, and these sold for $35 plus shipping. Since this was an international sale, the buyer was all in like 50 bucks, I think. It says $8.25 down there, but that's not accurate. They were all in about 50 bucks for these. So great sale on a pair of used golf shoes. This next item is in the G bin, and this is a purse that I've had listed literally for forevers. It's been listed for, gosh, like maybe a year. It's just a little brown leather satchel handbag. Pretty cute. Got it at the bins, and it sold to a viewer named Lisa for $10 plus shipping. So Lisa, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This next item is at the very bottom of this box. I really need to put up my stuff. This is a remote control car battery charger. Got this at the bins for probably 50 cents, and it sold for $10 with free shipping. This next sale is this pair of men's Ecco dress shoes, a little square toe action going on. Paid $6.50 for these, and these sold for $17 plus shipping. So not a ton of money. Ecco is a pretty good brand usually, depending on the model, but I think the square toe is becoming a little less desirable than the narrower, pointier toes. So maybe just something to keep in mind if you're going to buy Ecco men's dress shoes. Next sale is this Honda hat. I got this in my last thrifting video, the same day I got that Blendtec blender. This is actually the one thing I got in that thrifting trip that I didn't show on camera, which is usually how it works. I don't know if this is vintage. It looks vintage. It's nice and like distressed. It's got the Ride Red thing on the back. But either way, this sold for $10 plus shipping, and I only paid 50 cents for this. Next sale is this pair of Doc Martens. These are like shorter boots. They look like the other ones. They're just not. They're like short ankle boots, I guess. And these sold for $29 plus shipping. Oh, and I paid $8.50 for these. So $8.50 into $29 plus shipping. Not too shabby. This next sale is this Cleveland Golf head cover. I had a 3, 4, and a 6, and the 4 and the 6 already sold. So this one finally sold, my last one, and it sold for $8.99 free shipping. Then my last sale of the weekend was this Adobe Photoshop software. Haley, my wife, actually found this at a yard sale, probably 8 or 9 months ago. I can't sell it on eBay because it's the student and teacher edition, which is a Vero product on eBay. So I actually listed this on Mercari like Friday night. I think I listed on Mercari, and it sold last night. So it sold in 2 days on Mercari for $100 with free shipping. And after the fees and shipping, I think I'm profiting like 85 bucks or so. And we paid $1 for that at the yard sale. So definitely a great find, but just be careful with Adobe software. If it is a student/teacher edition, you cannot sell it, even if it is brand new in the package. So just be aware of that. So this is everything we got going out this weekend laid out. I did forget to mention this. This was a hat I picked up in one of my recent thrifting videos. I think it was the last video, and it sold to my friend Jess over at the YouTube channel Gore Jess. So Jess, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the cool hat. So here are 4 items I've got going out today that I'm going to ship using the roll of Scotch Flex and Seal. Now I know this stuff looks like blue bubble wrap from the first glance, but it's actually a full shipping solution that uses no boxes, no filler, and no tape. So the way this stuff works is that one side is gray and one side is blue, obviously. The blue side is the outside, and the gray part is what you want to put your item on when you're packing it. Now, the special thing about the Scotch Flex and Seal is that the gray part of the material right here sticks to itself. It doesn't have an adhesive on there. It's not sticky to the touch, but when it touches itself, the gray binds and makes a watertight seal on your items. So for instance, let's go ahead and ship this head cover here just to show you guys how it works, and then I can explain it a little bit better in just a minute. So you just wanna measure a portion of it. Let me cut it off first, and then I'll talk to you guys about it. You don't wanna wrap your item like a present, you wanna fold it like a calzone. So for instance, if you were making a calzone, you'd put your cheese and pepperoni in here and then fold the dough over, and we're gonna do just that with this material here. And once it's folded over, you just pinch the edges exactly like you would on a calzone. Just a nice firm pinch to get that gray and gray seal going. And your item is good to go. Again, no boxes, no filler, and no tape. Now you do want to take the time to measure appropriately before you just go sticking everything, because you don't want to waste any of the material. It is a little bit more expensive than a regular roll of bubble wrap, but again, this stuff is the entire shipping solution. This item, this head cover right here, is completely ready to ship, and again, it is watertight. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the rest of this stuff, and then we'll talk more about the Scotch Flex and Seal later on. All right, you guys, so this weekend we had a total gross sales amount of $813.34. This is including the hat that my friend Jess bought off of eBay. She bought it directly from me through PayPal, and it also includes that one sale through Mercari. So after eBay and PayPal fees on the eBay only sales, we are left with a total after fee gross profit of $727.49. For everything I showed you in today's video, our total shipping cost was $164.41, and our total cost of goods, including that consignment fee for that bathroom fan, was $131.40. So once we do all the math, we are left with a total net profit of $431.68, which is an after-tax profit of $323.76. To be able to make $323 this weekend was great for me because, again, I only sold 21 items through eBay. I had one other sale directly through PayPal and one sale through Mercari. So say 23 items going out together, and I still made $35 more than I made last weekend, which was a holiday weekend. We had an extra day, and I had 8 more packages going out that weekend than I did this weekend. So definitely happy with the progress. I'm just trying to, increase my ASP a little bit. I'm still going to sell those $10 items that are super easy to list because I'm fine with that, but I do want to incorporate some more of these higher profit items, as pretty much anybody would. So I just dropped my packages off at the post office for today, and I checked my P.O. box, and I had 7 more postcards from you guys. And granted, I just checked my P.O. box like 4 days ago. So you guys are sending me so many cards. I really appreciate it. That we'll try to get you those in this video. If not, they'll be in the next video. I also got this. This was a package from I wasn't sure if it was a return or from a viewer, so I opened it, and it was a package from a viewer. So there's the card, and I'll get into that later. And then I got this big box in my P.O. box, and this is from my friend Leroy up in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So I'm excited to see what Leroy sent me. Leroy, please stop giving me stuff. You're too nice. Okay, so I'm at a park in Columbia. It's kind of raining, so there's not a ton of people out here, but I have a small piece of Scotch Flex and Seal here, and I'm trying to get some public opinion on the material. So we're gonna see if I can interview a couple people and ask them their thoughts about, the what they first think about the product when they first have it in their hands, I guess. Would you guys be interested in being on a YouTube video for like 30 seconds? Not anything.
I don't think we're allowed.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah.
Strike one. Let's try again. Ma'am, would you be interested in answering a quick question for me for a YouTube video?
No, thank you.
Okay. Strike two. So I'm thinking this wasn't the best idea. It is a park, so there's usually a lot of people out here, but it's also like 55 degrees right now and slightly raining. I don't know why I don't have a jacket on. And so far, the only person I've seen that was not a park ranger has said no. And I guess the park rangers just can't be on YouTube videos. Sir, did you know that Scotch Flex and Seal is 100% recyclable, sir? So we might have to try somewhere else. Okay, so as I was driving around trying to find people to interview, it was becoming increasingly more and more difficult. So I did some thinking, and one of Scotch's taglines for this product is, you don't wrap it like a present, you fold it over like a calzone. So I was like, what better person to try out this product than somebody that makes calzones every day? So I'm here at my favorite pizza place, Hungry Howie's in Irmo, South Carolina, and we're gonna see if we can get these guys to test out this product for us. Seth, that's right. David's your brother, right? So I called David earlier and I was like, can I go bother your employees with a YouTube video idea? And he said yes. So you guys have to do it now. Okay. This is a roll of Scotch Flex and Seal. It's a new product from Scotch. It's like a new take on bubble wrap, except it like gets rid of boxes and filler and packing tape for everything. Let me cut off a section for you and make sure I'm measuring it right. All right, so we got the Scotch Flex and Seal. First, a lot of people are concerned about this, that it will stick to the product. And as you can see, it's not sticking at all. If you could just, you guys, I'm sure you guys touch sticky stuff all the time, so just touch the gray side and tell me if you think that's sticky at all.
No, not at all.
Cool. So this is like a new patented product from Scotch where basically the gray part only sticks to the gray part. It doesn't stick to anything else. It doesn't stick to anything you put inside.
Okay, that is pretty
so
cool.
the blue doesn't stick. The blue doesn't stick to the gray. It's just the gray on gray. So pack up that remote, wrap it like you would a calzone. Gray to gray to make it stay. That's another one of their slogans.
That's amazing.
And you just pinch it like all the way shut, all around the sides.
Whoa.
Kind of like a Hot Pocket or a calzone, you know?
Oh, that's dope.
That is actually really cool.
And then it's ready to ship. Another issue, you know, some people say that there's an issue with it, is that it's hard for the customer to open. Because people are like, oh, what if you ship stuff and they try to cut it with scissors and they cut, you know, you're shipping something that's cuttable in there. The remote doesn't really work like that, but as you can see, all the, you know, you did a good job sealing it up here. It's sealed on all sides. So Connor, I actually know this guy. He's not a stranger, full disclosure.
That's right.
But try to open that. If you pull on the corners, you can see that the blue part is actually going to come apart from the gray part. I can see it's not actually coming open, but the outer blue part is separating from the gray part on the inside. So once you open it like that, the gray part is actually really thin. So you should be able to just use your hands and just do it, Connor. Just take all the blue part off. Now you're just left with the gray. You should be able to open that with your hands really easily.
Okay.
Just push it through. Yeah, just like that.
Super easy, yeah.
So you didn't have to open it, didn't have to use scissors or anything like that. And a lot of times when I ship remotes, I use poly bags, and they work fine, but to open those, usually you would have to use some sort of scissors. So this stuff is easier to put the item inside and easier to take out.
And is this like recyclable?
Yeah,
and stuff
Scotch
like
Flex and
that?
Seal is 100% recyclable.
That's awesome, yeah.
All right, my man Jameer didn't want to be in the video at first, but now he does. He checked my channel and saw how many subscribers I have. So we're gonna wrap up his phone using the Flex and Seal. So Jameer, I'm gonna let you do it. I catch a little section here. Again, you want to measure it pretty, like that's probably pretty good. I mean, you saw them do it. So go ahead and cut off a little section right there. Sweet. Again, just leave it like right there and just fold it over. And just kind of push it down, seal it on all the sides. Cut off the extra. Probably don't want to cut off that much, but it's still looking pretty good. That is sealed up and ready to go. I'm gonna open it. So that blue part is coming apart from the gray part. Just grab it and push open. And your phone will come out just like that. Again, no scissors needed.
Easy claps.
All right, so we are done with the Scotch Flex and Seal demonstration here at the Irmo Hungry Howie's. Shout out to my boys Seth, Connor, and Jameer for being in the video. You guys did awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Take care.
Everybody support this business, Hungry Howie's, Irmo, South Carolina. So I thought that Hungry Howie's bit went pretty well. I'm stopping by Goodwill right now on the way home to see what they have for us today. But once I do get home later on, I'm going to show you guys one more cool thing about the Scotch Flex and Seal, and then I promise I'll be done. So the music in this particular Goodwill was very loud, and when I first uploaded this video, I got a copyright claim for the background music here, so I had to take the audio out, but for the most part, you can see what I'm looking at. I found this one pair of shoes in the boutique section, and I'll talk more about them once I get back into the truck. Okay, I'll get that and those.
Okay. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good.
I'll let you keep the bags. I got mine over here.
I should have asked.
It's fine.
Okay.
I should have said something before you started. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Did you still want your receipt?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Thank you.
These are other shoes. Sorry about
Thanks.
that.
No worries. Just trying to save the world.
Okay. You have a good
All right, you too. So not a ton of stuff in that Goodwill today. I just had a quick look around. I did get 2 pairs of shoes. Got this pair of Sperry's. Now, I usually do pass on Sperry's because they're really saturated in the market, and it's one of those brands that has a typically high retail value, but the resale value is just not there usually. However, paid $6.50 for these. These are a men's size 10, which is a great size. They're also in very good condition, no scuffs or anything like that, and they're also the kind that have the leather laces. I found the Sperry's with the cloth laces are typically a lower value than the ones with the leather laces. Typically, that's just my personal experience. So paid $6.50 for these. I could probably get like $25 to $30 for these plus shipping. And then also I paid up for these. I think these are Charles Barkley or something. I'll put the sold comps on the screen, but this is a men's size 9, and there's a sold comp for this exact shoe in a size 9 for like $78 plus shipping. So I did pay up for these. These were in the boutique section or whatever they want to call it, and these were $19.92, which is, I think, the most I've ever paid for a pair of shoes at Goodwill. But being that there was a recent sold comp for this exact shoe in this exact size for almost $80, I thought it was a pretty good investment. They're pretty clean. I think you know, the few scuffs and marks they do have will come off with a magic eraser. So excited to get these cleaned up and get them listed. So not a huge sourcing day at this particular Goodwill, but I am happy and blessed to be able to find at least 2 items that I can certainly flip to make a little bit of money. So now let's head back home. Mose, did you bring me a sock? Did you bring me a sock? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I really appreciate that sock. So when I was at Hungry Howie's, the reason I brought them this remote for the item to, excuse me, of course Mose wants to go outside, of course. So the reason I brought them this remote is because I personally think remotes are one of the best items you can ship with the Scotch Flex and Seal. And the reason being is because they are long and rectangular, and anything you can ship with the Scotch Flex and Seal that doesn't waste any space on the edges is going to make it a more financially viable option for you. One of the biggest complaints I see online about this stuff is that it's too expensive. And really, you don't want to use it to ship large, bulky items. You also don't want to use it to ship anything super fragile or anything with sharp or pointy edges. But I think when it comes to using this product for these long rectangular items, you can really see some significant savings in your shipping supplies and time. To give you guys a quick example, I have a timer right here, and I'm going to test how long it would take me to ship this remote the old way, using a poly bag wrapped up in itself to make it nice and tight. And I just want to see how long that would take me, because that's what I've been doing for the last year. So curious to see. Let's get started. So I would put it in a poly bag. I'm sure most of you guys use poly bags to ship remotes, but the problem is that you can't just put it in a poly bag like this, because then it'll roll around, you know, and not be super protected. So I like to roll it up like the little burrito. Take some eBay tape. And just tape it down to make sure it's nice and firm. Done. Stop. 28.48 seconds from unpackaged to packaged and ready to go. Nice and, you know, taped up in a nice rectangular package, ready to ship. So now let's see if we can beat that time using the roll of Scotch Flex and Seal. So we reset the clock and start. So we just fold it over, pinch it down, and cut it off. Done. 11.14 seconds, which is less than half the time it took us to ship this remote with that poly bag. And again, this was the exact same remote. Not only is this remote just as secure as it was in the taped up poly bag, but this package looks a lot more professional. You don't have the tape wrapped around it. It looks like it was just kind of Franken-bagged together. Like, this is a super sleek and professional look. Another thing I love about the Scotch Flex and Seal is that once you have that seal firm all the way around, your package is 100% waterproof. So it doesn't matter how much rain or snow or whatever, none of it matters. Whatever is on the inside of this package is staying dry. So in my time using Scotch Flex and Seal, I determined that the best item to ship with Scotch Flex and Seal is going to be something long and rectangular, like those remotes we talked about earlier. However, I found this box of spaghetti is the perfect item to ship with this stuff. It takes up the minimum amount of the roll, so you're spending less money overall. And something like this couldn't fit in a poly bag unless you had like a big long poly bag that was like 13 inches or something. So this Scotch Flex and Seal is perfect to ship an item of this size. You can see when you put it on here, make sure you get it all measured out appropriately so you don't waste anything. A little bit more like that. Just push it down. So you can see we used maybe 8 or 9 inches of material to ship this huge box of spaghetti with. You cut it off the roll, the scissors slide right through it. There's no effort at all. And then we just pinch the edges shut. And there you go. You see there's very little waste when you ship something like this. Something long and rectangular like this box of spaghetti takes up really the optimum amount of space in the roll of Scotch Flex and Seal. Every size roll is 15 inches wide, which is what we're looking at right here. So you can see an item that is long and rectangular and roughly about 12 inches long is the perfect item to ship with Scotch Flex and Seal to, really optimize the amount of space given on a single roll. I know I said that was the last example, but I found these, and this is another great item to ship with Scotch Flex and Seal. This is a roll of woodworking chisels. You can see they roll up like a burrito like that, and they are long, so long that, if I was shipping these in a box, I would spend a few minutes in the garage looking for a box long enough to fit it, and then I'd probably have to cut it down to the appropriate size. So we just put the tools on there like that. Make sure you measure it appropriately to avoid any waste, and then you just match gray to gray to make it stay. Push down nice and firm to get a nice firm seal on there. Do that on both sides. And then cut it off. Again, easy peasy. Stuff is also super fun to use. Like, I don't enjoy making boxes and, taping the bottom shut and then having to flip it over. And it's just a lot of work. But this stuff, you cut it off, make a little calzone. It's just like a calzone, but instead of cheese and pepperoni, it's wood chisels. And guys, I want to be clear, I'm not promoting Scotch Flex and Seal as a complete replacement for all shipping supplies. I've seen a lot of content creators do these types of videos and say that they're going to use Scotch Flex and Seal exclusively for all of their packages. And I, for one, don't believe them, because while this stuff is great for certain items, it is not meant for everything. You shouldn't ship, like I said, large bulky items, anything fragile, anything with a sharp or pointy edge. Like, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution for everything, but it is a super fun product to use. It can definitely save you a lot of time. Rather than thinking of it as a complete replacement for all shipping supplies, think of it as a really cool addition to your shipping supplies that can really come in handy in these certain situations. Again, this video is sponsored by Scotch Flex and Seal, so if you guys would like to pick up a roll and experience it for yourself while supporting the channel, there'll be a link in the description of this video to give you guys 15% off your first order. Also, if you're a greedy little goose and you still don't want to give it a shot, I will be giving away one 20-foot roll of Scotch Flex and Seal in this video. All you have to do is drop a comment down below, say anything you want, I don't care, and I will pick a random winner in like a week or so. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I appreciate your time tremendously. You're the best, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.